so we've been checking out new career mode.
Cool.
Tell us a bit more about it.
Career mode's a big deal for us this year. It's the second year of our kind of big push into career mode. A few things really. One is trying to make the game mode more authentic and more kind of engaging simulation of having a career within the field of football, but very much focused on the manager experience this year. So lots of cool stuff gone in there. Firstly, we've rejigged the menu system, so there's this kind of larger real estate in the game. You'll see a lot more information, panels doing different cool stuff that will help you, as well as being able to navigate up and down in the media and read it. Probably the biggest kind of functional change that you'll see immediately is the fact that you can simulate days in the calendar whilst also reading the news, which is nice. Stop you sitting there and getting bored. What did you try and do?
I tried to buy a lot of people from Barcelona for a lot of money after I sold Bale and lots.
You sold Bale?
I did, by accident.
Oh dear.
Of course, another big thing is also the EA Football Club.
Yes.
That's coming on. Tell us a little bit more about that.
The EA Sports Football Club kind of becomes the heartbeat of your FIFA life, for want of a better word. Ultimately, what it is kicking off with FIFA 12 on PS3 360 and PC. You'll create this profile, and that will stay with you for the future of your FIFA career. Ultimately, everything that you do within the game now will earn you experience points. Experience points get you level, and it's a kind of skill dedication meter to allow you to compare yourself to your friends or to the rest of the world. You'll also generate news items in your friends' menus, and they'll generate news items in yours, so you can see who's being promoted, who's playing what, and all that kind of stuff. And in addition to that, most people that are playing FIFA, myself included, are big football fans.
Yeah, of course.
You'll get to dedicate your kind of self to a club, in my case Leicester City, and ultimately, whilst you're earning experience points for yourself, you're also earning experience points for the club that you support, and support your club, along with all the other fans of that club too. So all the Leicester City fans' points go into a pot over a period of a week. In that week, we then divide the total pot by the number of fans of that club. So for Leicester City, significantly less than Manchester United, but it's based on the average skill and dedication of the fans. So if those Leicester fans, I'm sure you will, are better and more dedicated at FIFA than Manchester United, we could potentially get promoted to the Premier League and then get above Manchester United in the table. So it's about how dedicated and skillful you are, rather than raw numbers of fans, if that makes sense. We're also taking inspiration from the real world of football and throwing it into the game too, with things like scenarios, important matches, comebacks, or promotion, relegation battles, that kind of stuff. We'll be putting those into the game too, so tons of stuff.
Fantastic. And of course, it's also you're also able to get the XP for the single player as well, and it's not just multiplayer, but there's a big effort to make this a much more social thing with the social networks and EA Sports Online as well to brag as well.
Yeah, totally. So if I go onto easportsfootball.com, I'll be able to compare myself on the website there, and if want to, I can then push that information out beyond the EA network onto Facebook and things like that. But ultimately, it's bragging rights within the game against your friends. It's collaboration with fans of the team that you support. It's real world situations being delivered into the game, all wrapped up in this kind of live service that kicks off with FIFA 12 for no additional cost.
Fantastic. As always, good news for free. Everybody loves a bit of free. And of course, there's been a lot made of the new impact system from FIFA, and we've had a little play as well, a bit more realistic collisions and realistic injuries and such. How's that going to play out the more it plays, and how realistic is it, do you feel?
Yeah, sure. So it offers a multitude of benefits, but I think it's important to consider the player impact engine along with tactical defending and precision dribbling. I kind of talk about them as this trinity of innovations, and the reasons are that they're all working in a really nice way together, and that's kind of a theme throughout the game this year. What we're trying to do is create this holistic experience where everything's working in conjunction and in support of each other. So injuries in the gameplay carry through into career mode, through into the morale of the players, through into the media, through into commentary and presentation, etc. So you have these big solid threads of information going everywhere. But talking specifically about the player impact engine, for me it's about accuracy of collisions, so we can actually see exactly where players are colliding now, which maintains momentum of the players when they're colliding, because the outcomes are nearly limitless. We don't have to script any of those outcomes anymore, they just happen. And what it does is adds fluidity, flow and continuity to the game, so every time you're playing the game you're not dragged out of the moment with this thing that just doesn't feel right. So really useful for things like injuries, because we know exactly where and how hard a collision occurred, and as I say, can then surface that out into career mode, so it's got a heap of benefits.
And of course, for the more casual player, it's still quite fun to play, even with that depth, that you can play along with it, and it's still fun without getting fully in depth, as some people will and some people won't. Of course, it's still quite fun to just pick up and play with your mates and stuff.
Yeah, cool. It's important to us that we do that. So tactical defending and precision dribbling, whilst very important kind of tools for our core and hardcore fans who love playing the game and want to be able to do stuff that they weren't able to do in previous versions. Overwhelmingly, the feedback from new players that haven't played FIFA at all have been that both tactical defending and precision dribbling have revolutionised the game for those new fans too, that they don't feel this intimidating pressure from defence and have got a lot more control of the players. And conversely, when they're defending, they've kind of got this sense that the players aren't being dragged out of position and they don't know why. So it's pretty cool.
Fantastic. And of course, looking into the future, you've got Connect capability coming to all of the a lot of the EA Sports titles. How do you see that happening with all the new improvements?
So I mean, it won't be in FIFA 12.
No, of course.
It'll be in FIFA Future. It's something that we've been actively looking at now since the Connect kind of hit the dev teams, and we're kind of getting to a point now where we think we've got a good experience that we want to get into the fans' hands, but it's not at a point at which it would have neatly meshed with FIFA 12. So we'll have more details about that in the future.
Fantastic. And Leicester to win the Premier League?
Maybe in support your club. I think you might be a little bit premature in predicting our return to the Premier League, let alone winning it in the real world, but hey, you never know.